What's up, everybody? It's Young Black Jedi back again with another video. Yo, I'm just on work for break right now, so I figured I would just chop it up with y'all, hop on and see what's good with y'all. Yo, for real, like, the most high frequency wins, right? Like, comment, subscribe. The most high frequency wins, everybody. The higher our frequency is, right, the more we can attune ourselves to the most high God, the most high frequency, right? Let me know what you think about this below, because this is an idea that I was just working and transporting earlier and like doing a lot of good things, and I really started to feel that. I'm like, yo, that is the energy. Like, the most high energy is the one that will allow for us to get beyond our old frequency and allow for us to start building connections with God himself and to become the God that is within us, right? The more that I start to attune, the more that I'm starting to attune to God consciousness, the more that I'm really starting to see that, wow, there's a whole nother element of spirituality that I've never really touched before. Like, I feel like I've just touched the surface these past couple years. And let me know what you think in the comments below if that's something that you've gone through, right? The more that I'm starting to connect, right, with Source and become Source, the better my life is becoming. The more whole and more integrated I am becoming, the more I'm in control of what it is that I am in control of, which is I am. I am in control of I am, right? I am is the most highest frequency, right? And I think that for some people like us, the more that we start to become the person that we were never meant to become, but also at the same time becoming the person we were meant to become, our lives get better as we tap into God consciousness that's within us, right? And allow for us to grow along spiritual principles. That's the whole point of why we all take this walk, right? Why we continue to keep doing what it is that we're doing, why we never give up, right? When our old frequency comes back, right? Or when the frequency of the world starts to try to pull on us, and then life gets stressful, work happens, things at work happen, money gets short, but we don't quit, because we are in alignment with the most high frequency. The most high frequency wins. The strongest frequency wins. That's why most of the material world, if you haven't seen it by now, is starting to phase out. It's starting to fall out. People they don't have enough. There's not enough material dopamine to keep this thing going. It's just not. That's why people are crashing out. That's why I crashed out. Yo, let me know in the comments below if you've crashed out, right? Like, there's not enough of any of that left for people to actually connect with themselves. It's like an outdated system, right? It's like Windows 95. It's like time to like upgrade that. You know what I mean? And that's what the most high frequency will do. And that's why it's the most winning frequency out there, because the more that we can continue to keep growing in truth and in spirit and love and wisdom, right? And allow for our loving wisdom of a heart to shine as bright as the sun, we will continue to conquer and win over our old frequency and the frequency of the dunya, the world, the matrix, however you want to define it. And the more that I'm starting to connect with the great I am, the more I am starting to see that there is so much wholesomeness and honesty and receptivity in the process that we're going through to becoming God consciousness, becoming a person that we've never become, but also becoming the person that we've been meant to become the whole entire time. It's very paradoxical, but that's my divine paradox right there, right? And the more that I can continue to keep speaking with the Lord and trusting in the Lord and resting in the stability of the Lord and removing the body, right? There's a part in the gospel that talks about that, right? The broader it is that I can continue to expand my horizons and expand who it is that I am becoming, the strongest frequency of the most high frequency that will allow for us to continue to win to victory in the new world. That's what the new world's about. The new world's about I am. The new world is about God consciousness. The new world is about the highest, most high frequency, right? That's truly what it is about. And the more that we can continue to keep shifting our operating system to the kingdom of heaven, right? To the great I am, to awakening to God consciousness and seeing through God's eye and opening our eye. You can call it the third eye too. That's another great way to put it. We can continue to keep prospering and developing and growing, right? We can grow along this path. There's so infinitely. There's so much information that God can give us, right? That actually doesn't give us, that is within us, right? The more that we start to see that, the more that life starts to happen for us, not to us, right? And that's the name of the game right here, is allowing for life to unfold and not having an attachment to seeing reality change, right? The human psyche is meant to unfold. It's going to unfold the way it's going to unfold anyways. It was just, for me, I was starting to really see that I had such an attachment to seeing life in reality change and unfold. But now it's like, no, like, let's enjoy the ride. Let's just watch what it is that God has in store for us, right? Instead of just trying to be in control of it all, right? And trying to do this and make this happen and try to be so forceful into things that really is not what God has for us. He doesn't have that plan for us, right? He doesn't have our understanding of what it is in the world we've learned, right? Those understandings of what we learned in the world are not what he has in store for us. He has deeper understandings for us. I know the more we can surrender to the wisdom, right? The more we can surrender to loving awareness, which is God, and the more we can become loving awareness, which is God, the more our best qualities come to the forefront. The better it is that we start to feel, the more connected and wholesome we start to feel about the world in which we live in, right? Work becomes easier, dealing with people becomes easier, controlling the things that you have had problems with in the past. For me, it's lust. Pick whichever one. Pick what branch of, in terms of food, sex, porn, corn, all that, whatever I was doing, right? We can alchemize that, and the Lord can be able to bless us, right? With the wisdom that's within us, right? The wisdom is within us. God consciousness is within us. It's not externalized. That's where, even for me, like in terms of like understanding these traditions and subtexts and, you know, parts of the gospel and the Quran and the Torah, like, and I haven't studied the Torah too much yet, but the Quran and the Bible, I've had a great understanding, because that's kind of how I grew up. But the Quran, I'm starting to really deepen my understanding of it each and every day, reading little bits and pieces of it, and more is to be read and more is to be understood. But like, the more we start to see that, like, there's a very mythic level of looking at these traditions, but the more that our frequency rises up to the most highs, right, the one that wins, the further we get beyond the mythic, archaic level of understanding these religions in a contracted sort of black and white viewpoint, right? The more that we start to see how much it is that we can grow through these various subtexts and various parts of, you know, the gospel and the Quran and all these traditions, the Gnostics, the Buddhists, like all of it, we can be able to harmonize and come together, because what we need right now in the world is a deeper state of collaboration and cooperation, first with ourselves, you know, and thyself, you know, thy kingdom, right? Thyself, you know, is one unit. The Lord and I am are one, right? And that's how I'm really starting to feel with all this. The more I start to really connect deeper into my own heart and to my own wisdom, you know, it's glaring like the sun, you know, deep and receptive like the oceanic waters, right? And the more that I start to sit back and just observe what's around, the better my life is truly getting. And let me know in the comments if that's something that, you know, you're experiencing too. And we have many ways that we can start to grow together and start to experience that, you know, as one, as a collective, as a community. We can grow a community here, you know. We are the Force. We are the young Jedis. All of us. Me and you, and I know you are continuing your journey too. And you're also understanding that you are God consciousness. And if this message resonates with anyone, if anybody gets anything about anything out of what I'm saying, is that we have to continue to keep opening our hearts and unfolding like a flower, so that God can grant us the desired reality in which that we want to materialize, right? Each and every single day, we must continue to keep submitting to our Lord and Savior, right? so that we can continue to keep growing upon spiritual principles, so that we can pray, so that we can meditate, right? So that we can quiet our mind. Silence is awareness. Clear. This is what we start understanding as we continue to keep growing upon these levels of human development, right? Because humans are meant to unfold, and we're meant to unfold hierarchically, right? And as we can continue to keep blossoming and opening like a flower, God can continue to keep awakening us through the eyes of the Lord. And that's where I'm going to leave it off today, because I got to head back to work, finishing off at 11, and then I'm heading home and uploading this. So like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. May the force be with all you young Jedis, young black Jedi, signing out. Peace.